Okay, good. So everything looks good.
Minus my haircut, man. I'm so annoyed. Like now that I'm actually looking at it, there's literally nothing to the front. It's like it's not the worst, but it's like, damn, that was the whole purpose of getting the haircut.
You mean nothing to the front, meaning like the lineup?
Yeah, like I wanted to keep the widow's peak, but it's like nothing there, nothing there. Like it just this is what the hairline was before, which is fine hairline. I like the hairline. However, I like it so much I want to get touched up, and I didn't notice it during the barbershop visit.
So okay, so look, what kind of barbershop did you go to? Did you go to a fair skin barbershop?
The fair skin. Oh no, it's a barbershop where there's a light skin Jermaine and a dark skin Jermaine. So you take the guess. They go by
All right.
that. They're like, which one? When I call for the appointments, like which version? I'm like, I'll go with dark. Yeah,
Should have went light this time, huh?
yeah. It's truthfully, man. Dominicans, they've always been great with my hair. It's like Dominicans are good with black hair. I find I get better haircuts from Dominicans than black barbers. There, I said it.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that
man.
was the most, bro. We've been doing this podcast for years.
Yeah.
That
I
was
know.
the wildest take you've ever took.
I'm aware it was pretty hot. But yeah, man, the Bronx was all Dominicans, and they always did a phenomenal job, even with the afro too. And like typically, black barbers they do well, sort of thing. And like this barber, he's done phenomenal in that. It's just I don't know, man. That's kind of wild. It's like that's like the forefront of the whole hair. That's like the whole thing, and
I
I
see,
just didn't recognize it.
I see what you're talking about, and that probably why when I said to you, I was like, "Oh man, you look rough." That's probably why you were like, "Wait, I just got a haircut." But it's like because I'm looking right here, and I don't see.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I look rough, but like,
I meant you look rough because it was the morning time, and you look like you just woke up. You
and
know.
I woke up 8:30, got a haircut, went for a jog. I lifted weights. Like I had kind of an active morning. It's I'm not feeling great about the hair right now, but oh man,
All
damn.
right, look. So look, all right, look. So I'll just tell you, I only go to black barbers. I don't find anybody else knows what they're doing with my hair. Like I did have a Dominican barber once. He was pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Shout out to my man, her name. He got deported, but I
Oh
mean,
man. Yeah.
but he was good though. So, but like I feel like you do have that kind of hair that where if like a Dominican or a Latino man is used to straighter hair like themselves, then your hair probably would work, you know. But my hair like a little nappier than yours. You know what I mean? So it's
Mm.
like I got to be careful. I only got to
I,
go to black guys.
yeah, I mean, to keep in mind, man, it's the curls too. I go to a second Dominican. Go to a second Dominican. Telling you, man, go to Champs and get a Dominican student to do your hair for $5.
Oh, you want me
Big
to get
Express.
someone with no experience? No, not on this head.
Property Bonics. Welcome to Property Bonics. Property
Hey,
Bonics. Oh my goodness. It's been a
in
few
the
weeks.
building. Yeah, man. You know, busy. I think about it a lot of times when we don't record like often or like regularly. That just means that people are busy. You know, it's
Yeah, man.
me, you, Pat. We all got schedules, got to work. We all busy people. You know, so it is what it is. So
That's
when we do connect though, we're here.
we collide. I October was a busy month, and I want to say, man, like I this was probably, if not the best, in the top three Octobers of my life. This is a this is a phenomenal October. I love this month. We're in
October
November now,
90,
but
October 93. Then you got October 2002.
October 2012 was notable as well. I was thinking of other Octobers. That was a good one. Hurricane Sandy hit, which was kind of rough. I was in New York at the time, but it was a sentimental time and I enjoyed that one. But everything about this one, I think because of the rainfall that we had, fall was just going crazy. We were like the height of it. It felt like the leaves were at the peak still for like 3 weeks. And I don't know if you remember last year, it felt like we got like a day of fall. It was a whole
Yeah,
month.
yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like this hasn't been too much fall. Like I feel like we
What?
went from summer to winter.
Really?
I feel like one day it was 80 degrees, the next day is 45.
I remember that day, and it was actually on Monday. Or no, it was Wednesday when it turned into November. I want to say October as a whole, though, there was no like cold days. I was wearing my spring jacket at most. I don't know if I told you some of the adventures I took out here, man. Like we connected sometime beginning of October. Since then, went out to Jim Thorpe for like just like for Sarah Cartwright's show. Shout out to her. And I decided to just take the day off and just spend a day in fall time, Jim Thorpe. Oh my goodness. It was phenomenal, man. It was like you're really like at the peak of fall. Felt like I was like in a Hallmark movie. And I was like the one token character. There wasn't a lot of black people. But like other than that, though, it was very nice. Took a train, a railroad that takes you around like the scenic gorge trail. That was excellent, man. That was a highlight of the month.
Yeah, that's a fall word. Gorge and
Yeah,
trail,
yeah,
scenery. Those are fall words.
it really is. Yeah, man. Would you say you've been having a good October, or like I know October's passed, but you know, your boy wants to reminisce.
October's been trash.
What?
Absolutely trash, bro.
Damn. How come?
Absolutely. That's probably why we haven't recorded or I haven't. It's been trash.
Bro, we
Like
should have hung out. I would have
that,
uplifted your October.
that probably would have helped, but it's been like yes, when I found out that I couldn't use my album, that
Mm.
really when I had us like, yo, I can't use the album that I recorded, that put me in like to like a tizzy. I've been in a rut. It's been trash. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But
I get that.
November's good. We're good in November, but like 2 weeks ago, oh no, I was good. This how I know October was trash for me, and I said this to you before. You look at my Instagram. The last post that I posted on Instagram that was October 6th.
Yeah.
That's a month, bro.
That means you've been sad. That means whenever I don't see you posting, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, bro. It's been I put a post up yesterday. I did put a post up yesterday, but I took it down though because it was bad.
The one about the blind, the DJ at the blind. Why you took it down? Why you take it down?
You thought it was good?
Oh, it was there. It was cool. It's
It
a
was
sketch.
see. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It was not worth. So I feel like if I'm going to push boundaries, it has to be good.
Yeah, I get that.
Like if I'm going to make fun of the blind community,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like
All right.
I thought about this because I was like, I had an idea, I put it up, but after it was up, I was like, I had more I could add to it. I was like, this I can add to this, could be really good. Then I was like, what if the blind people see this?
Oh my goodness. Was that the tag that you thought of 4 hours later? Is that the
No, but I really was thinking that. I was like, what if the blind people come across my page or some blind ally and they like they like try to cancel me. So
we're blind allies, by the way. If you're listening to this, Proper Box, we're blind allies. We're making comedy for the community. Sheesh.
that you can listen to. But you download the audio. Don't watch it on YouTube. It won't do you any good. But so I was like, if I'm gonna get canceled, I gotta be good. Like I was like, this is not good enough to be.
You can't get canceled for a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, like so. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go harder, and then put it back out. But it was like it's not. I was like, it's not good enough. I can't be disappear for a month and come back with something mediocre. I was like, no, I gotta come back hard. You know what I mean? So,
and a demographic to target. That's why I can come back hard with a group of people to aim my animosity towards. I didn't think
what I really was going to do is make a video of how easy it is to DJ at a deaf school. But I was like, no,
that's I'm picturing you thinking of which songs you could play during the clip for these thoughts. Like, all right, which one has the word play? It talks about sound. It talks about ears. Is there a title with ears in it, sort of thing?
I literally Googled songs with the word C.
I'm sure. Oh, good. You probably got a lot of results.
Yo, no bullshit. It was a list that was top 50 songs that talk about seeing.
Oh goodness. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, good stuff.
Man, I had a situation, man. We've talked about the idea of having clips out and being kind of maybe hesitant about having certain material out, whether you're going to use it or you want it to be the best version of that clip to go out, sort of thing. I did a show last Thursday, and the creator, they have really good quality videos. And they asked, I was like, oh, is it cool if I chop up some clips and then maybe send it your way before publishing, and then you could accept a collaborator thing or decline it. And I was hesitant. I voiced that at first. I was like, because I'm still working on stuff, and I, I, but yeah, if you want to just send it my way. And then yeah, they ended up using a clip, and I was cool with it. I added to my thing. I really like how it came out, sort of thing with that. But I found with like, and you may be able to speak to this, there are a few other clips that they wasn't like they're bad. Like the set was good. It was a solid set, but either I didn't feel comfortable with it being released because they're new and it just wasn't ready. Or on the other side of it, it was something that's like an established joke and I was hesitant on having it posted online, sort of thing. Um, what is your take on that? The idea that, okay, this is a good joke, it's a good clip. However, I don't want to spoil the joke for people coming out live. Do you think it's maybe overthinking? Do you think that's like most people that come out, they're going to see the other stuff? Or you should protect your material?
I think that the first thing is you're an artist, so you're sensitive about your work. So when you're
I
sensitive
voiced
about your
that
work,
too. Yeah.
when you care, you may sometimes overthink it because you care. So it's very natural. You're supposed to. If you didn't care, I would be nervous for you. You know what I mean? And you was
Yeah.
like, man, I'm making clips. Let's send them all out. I'm like, you really
Yeah.
care? So I think that so what I would do, what I've done is I've tried to be realistic. If I put a clip up online, what are the odds that the show I go to in the middle of Pennsylvania, what are the odds that those 30 people seen it? So it's like I don't want to hold back because of that reason. So like I try to like get that out of my head. Like, what are the odds that they gonna see it? And if they do see it, if it's a good joke, they gonna just laugh through the joke and we move on. I'm not gonna be telling the same joke over and over again.
It's like when you go to a musician's concert and they sing a song that you know, it's like, oh, I know this version. I like that. They may start singing along to the joke.
I don't think they're gonna do
They may
that.
sing along to the joke.
You gotta go viral. You gotta go viral. You gotta go viral.
Hmm.
Like in order for because it's not like you're putting so it'd be different if you put your stuff onto your page, your stand up, and then you were promoting the show just to your followers and only your followers were coming. That's different. But like what we're doing is we're getting booked randomly everywhere. What are the odds that our followers are going to see the post? You know what I mean? So that's I try to think about that too. Also, I don't so I haven't put out my best jokes.
Yeah.
Like I haven't I put out a lot of material, but like my top like bangers, like 4 or 5 ones that I yeah, those I keep that. I keep that in the tuck. Those are
Yeah.
like my close. Those are my closers. Those are my like longer joke premises, and like I try to keep those. But when I got like something short, 30-second, kind of um topical, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Topical jokes are great. If you
Top. Yeah. No, I definitely got that. That's
so if you could like you know you got a good show coming up, and you know they're going to record. You could literally write 1 or 2 topical jokes just for that, like just for that purpose. Have these be
just
the ones that go out.
have it clipped up. Yeah, that's the idea of like going in like almost winking at the cameraman. All right, ready. I'm about to do the thing, and I just like going off and bombing on a topical joke. No, that's I like I do like that note of kind of like saving some of the bigger stuff. Like there's certain jokes where it's like I'm not putting my closer out there. Yeah, I don't care how great the reaction is, and trust me, it's phenomenal. I'm not putting the closer out there in clips. It's like it's I feel like that in itself. You know, it's something I recognize during all this and the idea of sensitivity. Definitely that I found that there was a part of me that was almost playing to fellow comics in a way of like, okay, well, who's gonna see all this? A lot of times it's gonna be people that like I do comedy with, like other comics that are gonna be on my page or like I'm gonna be on their feed sort of thing. And I found that there was like admittedly a little bit a self-conscious over the idea of like, okay, well, if they see it, they're going to be seeing me do it again, which is an irrational thought because it's the same thing as an open mic where you're going to be seeing it there. But I feel like there's a finality when you post something online. It's almost like in a very micro level putting a special out. It's like, okay, well, this is here. And it feels like it's almost, I did the material after it was posted, this particular bit. And as I was doing it, there's a part in the back of my head like, oh, I'm doing this joke. So I think that's a psychological thing that I got to work out of, sort of thing. But either way, it was cool. It was cool to see it get a good response for something that was posted.
Things that get posted, you can add to it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel repetitive when you are doing it. Like, oh, this is that posted joke. Like, no, you could add a tag to it or add some new spin to it. But yeah, I think that I feel you with the finalization of it, meaning like it feels like it's the end product. It's like, yo, so this has to be perfect. And
Yeah.
that's the same reason why for so long I've been talking about, yo, I want to put out some kind of special. I want to put out an album because like I'm going back and forth because I know that once you put it out, that's what's out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, luckily with social media, you can take things down. You can, but
when you have ownership of it. When you're collaborating, it's like it's a little, that's another part of it when it's like it's someone else kind of managing the stuff. It's like but this person's pretty cool, and they're pretty open in communication, all that stuff. So yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, also get out your own head. You're overthinking it. Let it go. Like
Yeah, that's
the clip's funny, let it go. Like
yeah.
It's also I think about this too. If I would have just let my butt bread joke go, then I could have proof that
Yeah.
I've been, like
Yeah,
so
but that's different though. That's like hindsight 2020. That's like because that's like for you that was a closer or like a prominent joke, and just like you were saying, there's certain jokes that's like you don't. That's your if you're still performing that. In this case, I know you're not, but it's like I get why you'd have reservations on that. You just have a unique situation where someone did something very similar. So I can't knock you for not wanting to post that.
yeah, but that was I didn't post it because of my hesitations, but like I don't know, but yeah, I would let it go. Like they say, let go and let God. Is what they say.
No. Perhaps, man. Perhaps, man. Um,
Uh, Speaking of letting go and letting God,
where are we going with this one?
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, man. So today's Saturday. I was about to do a Matthew Perry transition, but I didn't want to.
Oh my goodness. All right. I was like, which topic? I forgot Matthew Perry was on there. Well, we even have to do a segue, man. Yeah, Matthew Perry, actor, known from a bunch of things. I want to say the whole 9 yards, but I think we are all very familiar
He
with the
was in
show
that movie
Friends.
too.
He was in, yeah, with Bruce Willis, whole 9 yards.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. I think it was like they did a sequel, the whole 9.5 yards, the whole 10 yards. Anyway, shouts to Amanda Peet. She was in it too. Fools Russian, serving Sarah. He actually had like a good amount of movies. But Matthew Perry died last Saturday, via he was in a hot tub. He was in a hot tub, and then I supposedly I don't know if they have like autopsy reports and all that stuff, but I guess he was found drowned in his massive hot tub.
It's crazy, bro. Like just out there by himself. Like he had no chicks with him or nothing. Like
No, I don't. I think this is a dipless endeavor, man. I think it was like it was wild because his Instagram, his last post was a photo of him in the hot tub. I know people are kind of like, well, what does that mean? It's like I don't know. I think he just likes his hot tub. I know if I don't have a hot tub, but like sometimes I take baths and I really enjoy myself. I'd post a photo of that. If I was hanging out in the bathtub nonstop, yeah, I'd probably post a few things. So I don't think it's conspiracy, but I'm curious. What one did you watch Friends, and two, how did the death of this prominent actor, how did it impact you?
yeah, it's always sad when people die. You know what I mean, like it's
Pretty
always
young.
unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate. Honestly, it didn't like impact me really. Um, I wasn't like I mean I know who Matthew Perry is. Condolences to his family, but I wasn't like a Friends watcher. I watched Living Single, and I've talked about this plenty of times.
Yeah.
Friends stole the whole Living Single situation, and I just as a black kid growing up, we just weren't putting on white TV. It's just not. I
That
can't
is
see my new.
quintessential white TV. Friends is like quintessential, like
Yeah,
up there. It's like Friends and MASH.
Friends, MASH. You had Seinfeld was white TV back in the day. Like that's just what it was.
Yeah, but Seinfeld's dope though.
Yeah.
Friends is dope too. Friends is dope too, but like because Friends gets a rap for like being like a bad sitcom. It's not. It's a fun sitcom. I think
I
it's
wouldn't,
well
yeah.
written.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say
No,
it's bad.
yeah, it's funny. I like it.
Yeah, it can't be too bad. It copied off that black show. It had to have some quality to it. But like I just can't. I'm saying when growing up, I couldn't picture my wig wearing Newport smoking grandma like put on the Friends. Like no, it's not. We were watching. She's like put on Steve Harvey show. That's what we was watching. So
Yeah, it's well, I can't say that I'm like I was dev sad. So I was Saturday night. I found out from family group chat. Family group chat pops off, and I saw this. They're always breaking news. I think I found out about Suzanne Summers through family group chat too. I was like, damn, another one. So like I saw that there, and I can't say it had like a huge impact, and not that it needs to have that. I definitely recognize like, oh wow, that's a big name. What took me by surprise is how much it's impact everyone else, like whether it be fellow comics, a lot of like friends and family. Like I guess like a few people says my mom was like, it feels like a friend died, and I was like, does it actually feel that way, or is it because he was on a show called Friends and you're used to saying that term? But also for some people, it's if they're a little bit older, Matthew Perry was like kind of like in their generation a bit,
yeah.
and since he was so young. But I will say I was most taken back by that, like how many people, like the poignancy that they talk about this death. It really impacted people. It was like they're Michael Jackson. It was nuts.
Now I get it. I get it though. Like if somebody from the cast of Living Single passed, I'll be hurt too. Like
You're not gonna let that go.
I'm just saying, like I'm just no, I'm just saying how I would understand. Like with Queen Latifah, I would get that. I would be like, oh my
Don't even
god.
say that, player. Come on, man.
So I'm just saying.
Edit
So it's
that
like
out.
if Overton wasn't here anymore, I would be distraught. But
If you could bleep these out, don't put that out there, man. Come on.
I'm just saying, I get it. All I'm saying is I understand why they're so attached to it. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the shows they grew up. People grew up on. You know what I mean? Friend, it was a cultural, I mean, staple for the
Yeah,
whites. You
yeah.
know?
That's for the whites. That's funny. Yeah, I definitely. Uh, I want to say I get it, but I'm surprised by just like how big was it. It's the kind of way it's kind of cool to see of like, oh wow, like that's you hear different things about the person. I guess like their thing with sobriety and all that stuff. Um, I'm not gonna go out of my way and like necessarily like read his book and all that because but yeah, I guess some shout out to people that are feeling it like that. And if you want, watch an episode of Friends or in Living Color. If you want
Living
to go back
single,
to the original.
living
Oh,
single.
yeah. My
God
apologies.
damn it! It was you were close. You were close.
Yeah. I
You watch it.
truthfully, I wasn't a big living single person. I wasn't a big living single person. Yeah, like it was there, but wasn't too big on it.
Living single and friends, just like it's like me and that white guy that do the cardboard signs now. You know, he just stole the idea, ran with it, and now people just forget about you. And it's like I wasn't a big fan anyway.
it's 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 mispronounced name. Like I wasn't even that big of a fan. It wasn't on Nick at Night. That's the thing. If it was on Nick at Night, I'd have a little bit more syndication. But it was just like it was what CW? It was WB.
Yeah, it's one of them black shows, UPN or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
man.
all
Yeah,
right,
rest in peace to Matthew Perry. And
yeah,
that producer Pat said he think he had a heart attack. Yeah.
oh, they're suggesting that. Okay, yeah, no, that could be a possibility as well, man. That's a bit of a bummer.
Some
Um,
some something had to happen. Like you just don't just drown in a hot tub. Like it's not like it's deep.
yeah, well, it's yeah, like I think Whitney Houston. I think Whitney Houston, in her case, drugs may have been involved. He was like sober, and I don't know his situation, all that stuff, but I think that could happen. A lot of times, people they have cardiac events, and then if you don't have the mechanics of your body and you can't control it, then it's like you can't really get up from those things. And like heat exhaustion too, like if you're in like a hot tub, there's
Yeah.
dangerous hot tubs. What's more dangerous, hot tubs or trampolines?
Um, I never been hurt in a hot tub, but I have been stabbed on a trampoline once.
You say stabbed?
But with a pencil. Yeah, I was like
What?
13, 14. It was
You said it
I got
like
like a scar.
you were giving clarifying points, like, oh yeah, no, it was with a pencil. What do you mean you got stabbed with a pencil on a trampoline?
I was jumping on my friend Harold's trampoline. We just jumping, doing the kid thing. Pencil fall out
Right.
of my pocket. It was in my
Hey.
pocket. So I
Oh,
bend down and get the pencil out of my pocket. As I go down, pencil come up, boom, into my hand. Yeah, like it came out the
goodness.
other side. I got a whole thing right there. It was wild.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess you really did get
So
stabbed on a trampoline with a pencil, man. That is crazy.
hot
Sheesh.
tubs are safer unless you're Matthew Perry.
Oh my goodness, man, guys, it's cool that you're listening to the proper robotics and all that stuff. I know you like hearing our voices a lot of times. You play this while you're sleeping. Some of you play us while making love. All understandable. But you gotta come to the live shows too. We bring the action, our audio's there, but also our visuals. Let's break them off with some dates.
Coming up November 15th, I'll be in South Carolina at Myrtle Beach, Kirk and Alan Brewery, November 15th. November 17th, I am going to be at City Winery in Philadelphia. Come on out. We're going to be recording some stuff. Then November 22nd, we're in Manheim, Pennsylvania. We're headlining up there with Mr. Ron Kane. The 26th, November 26th, we're at Phantom Power. I'll be recording some more stuff in Lancaster, PA. And then November 27th, Brooklyn, New York, we're going to be at Crown Heights Cafe for the Good Ones comedy show, hosted by yours truly and your boy Talib Bab. Come on out.
On the 14th of November, Case Comedy. It's at Albanese, the Ethiopian shop in West Philadelphia. On the 18th in Aldine, New Jersey, with Glenn Tickle. I'll be there featuring. On November 22nd, Steel Stacks, the 3rd annual Turkey Jam. Gobble, gobble, baby. I'll be co-hosting with Tyler Rothrock for a variety show. It's going to be really fun. A nice way to get yourself set up right before Thanksgiving. Make sure to come out, check out those shows. We'll be out here.
See you in the streets.
Man, last Saturday, did you see? I know you're not big into the boxing, but Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury.
Yeah, my man got robbed. I seen that.
Yeah, man. It was so the whole bout itself is just a testament to Francis Ngannou. For those that don't know, he was the former UFC heavyweight champion. He waited out his contract, left because their negotiations couldn't have been had in a way that he thought was favorable. A lot of people thought that he left and was going to try boxing, but wasn't going to be able to get a good boxing opponent. And they kept using a term that he was fumbling the bag, that he was missing an opportunity. Francis Ngannou went and boxed one of the biggest heavyweights out right now, Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
And did it for real. And he did well. He overperformed so much so that he got a knockdown of Tyson Fury, which is insane. I think like Deontay Wilder is the only one that has done that. And Bruce Pratt, you could correct me on that one. Which is just insane that Francis Ngannou was able to do this at such a monumental event. And he had a great showing. He lost via decision, split decision, which is crazy. But it's one of those losses where it's like your stock still rises. I don't know if you're familiar with that. There's losses where like you could lose, but your stock rises. And what you're seen as like the people's champ. Like, yeah, the judges may have given it to the other person, but we know who won. And that's what Francis Ngannou got with this. So that's wonderful.
So he never boxed in boxing, but he ended up fighting Tyson Fury for the belt?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was for the belt. I think it was an exhibition marking that because Tyson does have an upcoming title fight coming up. But people were joking with that of like the idea that he trained for like less than a year and was able to beat like the top, or able to like compete at least with one of the top tier people in that sport. So if we give him like a basketball, he may be able to like give us like a fair one with like LeBron James. That's pretty much what people are saying with that. If you give Francis Ngannou a few months to train, he'll be very good at whatever he chooses to do.
Francis could be the next Tiger Woods. Just give him 9 months.
Oh my goodness, that'd be crazy to see.
But I seen it though. I had seen them drop the bull, and all the highlights I seen was him beating up Tyson Fury. But then he lost. I was like, oh, my man got robbed.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole fight, so I won't, because we see the highlights where Francis gets good scores, and I think because he was such an underdog, and the highlight is like, oh wow, he's really marking Tyson Fury up. I wouldn't be surprised if we watch that fight and see that Tyson Fury outboxed him in terms of like outpointed him. But again, he could have also been robbed. I didn't see the full fight, so for boxing world, it makes sense for Tyson Fury to win because he has an upcoming title fight. And if he were to lose, then it's like, well, why that trajectory doesn't really make as much sense. So
he shouldn't have even fought then, honestly.
It's a little risky. it's a little, I won't even get into the whole risk of UFC 294. Oh my goodness. But yeah, there's a risk in fighting someone like Francis Ngannou before a title fight, and he took that risk. They're both being paid, I'm sure, the millions and millions of dollars and such.
He said he did have more strikes per round on the official cards, but Fury was damaged way more. So
Yeah.
if Fury had more strikes and stuff, then okay. But like from what I seen, he was getting punched up in his face the whole every highlight I seen. I didn't see Francis get hit in no highlights. So I was just like,
Yeah, Francis had like no bruises. He was doing like a review of his fight like the next day. He was
yeah.
still like,
And
here's
he
my
said it
ticket.
though. He said it. He was like, he knew that if he didn't knock out Tyson Fury, he was going to lose because he was like, they're not going to give it to him on the cards. He knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So I wonder what kind of crossovers we're gonna see. Are we gonna see more sports crossovers anytime soon?
I know that they're talking about Joel Embiid for the Sixers, talking about him probably going to WrestleMania, or
Real? Oh, because it's in Philadelphia.
but I think that the Sixers are going to be on a road trip those days, so he might
What?
miss. But they were talking. I seen them tweeting about it and stuff. Yeah,
That would be cool. That would like in Philly too.
yeah.
Are you gonna go WrestleMania?
No, I don't do wrestling.
Damn, I may go. I'm not even a big wrestling fan currently. But the fact that it's in like I think it's gonna be at the Lincoln
Oh,
Financial.
at the football field,
I think so.
or
Where else will they do it other than like Wells
the
Fargo?
basketball stadium.
No, it's too small.
That's where they do most of the stuff at, right? This basketball stadium, the arenas.
Yeah, but this is like it's WrestleMania. Like this is like they need a stadium.
So I
They
mean,
need
so
like
if they do a stadium, it's going to be outside.
that's what I'm saying. Lincoln Financial.
Okay, so they normally do it outside.
Yeah, WrestleMania. Yeah, they usually do those outside. Like for the last like
Okay.
decade, because it's gotten so big, they do it outside.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
see, I didn't know that. I'm so far removed. I haven't watched wrestling since Stone Cold. Yeah,
Oh
so
my gosh, yeah. I hope if Stone Cold's in Philadelphia, if I bump into Stone Cold on Spruce Street, oh my goodness, that that would be wonderful.
like,
Yeah.
what you doing in the hood, Steve? Steve Austin?
Steve gets a pass to go wherever he wants. That's
Steve.
yeah.
I'm gonna plug my computer in real quick. It's done.
Yeah,
Hold on.
this
All right.
would be a good time to give my 45-minute monologue. It's an impersonation of Shirley Temple. Alan's back. Alan is back though, so I'll hold off on that.
It fell out. It fell out.
Fell out. Oh my goodness. Dare I say that's what he said?
I mean, if that's what you went to.
That's this is a figurative he. I am not he in this situation.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'm he, but that's not in this most part. I'm not he.
because if she could say, "Oh no, it fell out too." I mean, so I don't know.
That's the. I want to just clarify. While I am him, I am not he.
I don't know what that means.
I am him.
Oh, you're him, but you're
But
not
I'm
he
not-
from your scenario.
Yes, I'd like that to be known on the record. Bruce Pat, if we could maybe raise my vocals during that sentence, that'd be phenomenal. I really want emphasis on that one. Yeah, I don't know if you ever had this. I feel like I already know the answer to it, but have you ever have you done? I know your first like comedy show is like a roast situation, but in the last year, have you done like any roast battles, any roast panels?
Nah,
Okay.
I haven't done anything roasty in years.
I did a roast. Shout out to Jackie Manhan and the POV crew and all that stuff. That roast. It was very fun. It was fun writing for it as well.
Yeah.
I forgot like the fun of like. I feel like it's different writing like the roast battles, especially when you don't know the people. It's like oh, just whatever. But like it's like oh wow, like I consider some of you guys like my buds and all that stuff. This is like gonna be fun. Um, you ever? There's been a few times though. Well, not a few times. There's one time during this instance where like I wrote a few jokes where notably I maybe shouldn't feel this way. I felt a little bad afterward. I feel like there's a little bit of a line when it comes to roast jokes of like, all right, it's supposed to be kind of roasty, mean, but also clever, sort of thing. And I want to say most of my stuff is on it crosses that line in a very or it borders that line in a very successful way. But there was like one portion of my set that I felt was just like I played it back. I was like, damn, that's just mean. Like it's like, yeah, it's
Oh, so
funny, I guess,
you said
but it's
them. You
mean.
said them. You said them already. The mean stuff.
Yeah, no, it was coming from me. Where it was like, ah man, that's not what I want to be my representation of either my roast joke writing, but also like stuff that I'm saying to this person, where it's like, ah,
Yeah.
man, that's like, I, it didn't feel great going back on it, sort of thing. Where like, and I actually reached out to the person and was like, hey, listen, I like, like I felt like I maybe took a few low blows, sort of thing, and sorry if it felt like that way for you. Because I I think it's like a whole thing where it's like, yo, don't ever apologize for your jokes and all that stuff. But for me, I think like if you feel a certain way, I think it's okay to I think it's okay too. But I was curious if you ever been in this situation like that.
What did you say?
That's the thing. It wasn't even like anything too crazy, but it was just like it felt like it was more like, all right, so you say with like a roast joke, you have like a list of like things about the person,
Uh-huh.
and then you connect it to a joke.
Hmm.
I would say 95% of my whole set was like a good connection of the two, where it's like balanced, and more so on line B, where it's like the cleverness. For this particular individual, at least while playing it back, I was like, damn, I really focus on
Bro,
list A. Like a lot of emphasis on the first list. And then the dot sort of connected to line B, but it was not as strong as I'd want it to be, sort of thing.
I want to know what you said.
That's
Try to
that's the thing.
make
I
it
think
as try to make it without telling me who they are. Or try to best as you can. Like I want to know what lines you because I want to just want to hear what's happening here. Like
you boy can't relive it. You boy can't relive it. I was busted up mentally for like 3 days afterwards. Like, man, that's not cool. So but I think if most people play it back, it wouldn't stand out as like, oh, that's the mean part, or that was notably mean, or maybe they will. But yeah, and for me, that's where it came out. The person, they seemed pretty cool about it. They didn't really. They're just like, that's a roast. That's what it's supposed to be. But
yeah, this is why I don't do them. That's why I don't do
really,
them. So I roast. I roast. Like I'm going hard, right? So that's one thing. And on the other end, I expect the other comedians to go hard. I'm sensitive. Okay. You talk about my kids, I'm liable to punch you in the face.
yeah,
You
it's a
know what I'm
little
saying?
long. Yeah,
So it's like
that's different.
I don't even want to. Also, what happens is a lot of these roast battles, and they don't have to admit this, but I know it's the truth. All of your isms come out, right?
Mm,
So if you a little racism, a little racist, if you a little sexist, if you a little homophobic, those things come out, bro. Like it's and they come out in a nasty way. Like
yeah,
I'm cool off roast because I'm too emotional. I'll fight. I'll like I and I know how I get. Like I when I roast somebody, I'm going hard. I'm cool.
mm,
But that's why though, because I don't want to be put in a position where I feel like I gotta apologize to somebody because I'm not.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I meant for it to be a funny joke. It was a little rough. It's a roast. It's what they are. It's what they
yeah,
are.
that's the thing though. That's so, because I agree with you with that, where it's like, but it's that line, that in between spot, and that's the perfect part of being roast, of like, especially if you're doing with like people that you consider like friends and all that, because you could do it in a way that's like, oh yeah, this is roasty, but it's mainly a joke. Like the takeaway from it isn't going to be like, oh wow, you really diss that person. It's going to be like, oh wow, that was clever, sort of thing. And I think that's the cool part of roast, where it's like it's a good exercise in joke writing. And yeah, I think I just meant that I was just a little bit more sensitive to this one. So yeah, I think all is
Yes.
good now. It was, but
Yeah. Roasts are funny. They're cool. It's good exercise. Very good exercise to write jokes because you set up, punch, like 1, 2. Very good exercise. But you gotta be built for that. And I'm not in a position right now to be doing that. Okay, but there are two different kinds of roasts. They have
yeah,
their panel of roasts, normally like a birthday celebrating someone, and then you have like your battles where you got
yeah,
two people going head to head. Like those head to head ones are the ones that I'll fight in. Like those,
right.
like
Yeah, those I'm not. I've been in a handful of those, and yeah, I find they're not as fun.
mm,
I'm just not as great. It's again joke writing. That's fine, but I'm just not as crazy about those. regarding this roast, there were I want to say most of the jokes directed at me were black jokes, and not even like it wasn't even like, oh wow, this is like overtly racist. It was just like that was the angle that they chose, like, oh, you're the only black one up here, sort of thing. Which is like that's fine, whatever. But I was like, there's so many more things about me you can make fun of.
Nope.
There's so many different things.
All those little isms come out, bro. I'm telling you, like we all know you the black person here. So we all talk. You skinny. Anyone tell much how skinny you are?
I know
Anybody
there was
like
no, that's kind of why you bring it up. But yeah, no one brought that up. That's no one brought up the skinniness. Um,
so?
someone, yeah, it was someone brought up that they thought that I was, I guess they compared me to Jada Pinkett Smith, but I was growing my hair out. They didn't realize that I could do that. So they had to like, they're like, I thought he was bald. So like that was kind of funny. That's they didn't.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
So there were some fun ones out there. Shout out to Ice Jackson. He had a phenomenal set. He did a when I when we talk about pull up game, man. So Ice, he wasn't on the roast. He just decided to write a few jokes just in case. He was like, oh well, there's a mic afterwards, I'll be able to perform some of these jokes. Someone pulled out, and then they're like, Ice, by chance do you want to be on this roast? And Ice, he was like, yeah, I have a few jokes, which immediately in my head, I'm like, oh, he has like 20 jokes. And he pulls a paper out. Like, I was like, damn, you printed, like, you did everything for this. And he had a phenomenal set. So, and some really clever jokes. So, shout out to him.
Oh man, that's what you're supposed to do though.
Yeah.
Ice. I'm gonna tell you some real stuff, right? Ice had those jokes written for a minute. He ain't just write them roast jokes because I ain't gonna even hold you. I used to have them jokes for people on ready to go. Like
What?
I did
What?
ready to go.
Why?
Like I don't know. I don't know.
Just in case there happens to be a roast down the line.
In case somebody want to talk slick, somebody if I got I used to have jokes about people. Like I would be like I wouldn't like write it, but like I would know what I would talk about.
Really?
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you the bull who girlfriend keep looking at me. Like you know what I mean? Like I would like
Damn. That's
have,
like, that's either hip hop or Mean Girl. I can't tell. That's one of them.
well, hip hop is very mean girlish.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Very mean girl. Have you ever met Nicki Minaj? Okay, this is very mean.
that's Nicki Minaj. You ever met Soldier Boy? He's Mean Girls all over the place.
Suge
Me as
Knight.
hell. That's you take a KRS-One approach. KRS-One did this thing where like every year he would write a battle verse for everyone that's in the top 10. So if you're if you're counting the top 10 of Philadelphia, New York comics, and you have bars for all of them, I commend you for that.
You never
Yeah.
know when you gotta let the chopper sing.
Yeah, you
You know what I'm
got
saying?
bars against me.
I got bars against you. You know what? My bars against you were the bars that I wrote for you at Megan Get's show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta write some new bars, player.
Oh, hold up. What did I say to you? I said that you look like Colin Kaepernick without the athleticism. Because when you had the fro.
Yeah, you did say that, and I had to say that out loud. I was like, what the heck? What the heck?
So that's how you roast a black man. You don't gotta sit there and talk about, well, you're the only black man up here. It's like, no, bro, you gotta. Yeah, no. I said, listen. I said that if someone, this is a good one. Oh, I killed you with this one. I said,
Oh damn,
if
this is against me? What? No.
if someone sees you kneeling, they won't think you're protesting injustices. They just think you don't have enough energy to stand because you're so skinny.
That was a wild one. So that is a clever joke where it's like, all right, you got me on that one, but it was clever sort of thing. So that's an example of like knowing how to balance it out, sort of thing like that.
So like I'll write something like that for roast battle, but then somebody come back to me like, your kids are ugly. I'm like, yo, what? Like, what are you talking?
Wow.
How we gonna fight?
Yeah, so we would be cautionary for those out there listening and doing the roast. I know we got some younger comics on here that have been tacking along. I feel like I've been getting some listeners in for the last few shows. October show has been a good one for proper ebonics. Heads up to people, and so if you're listening to this and you're a younger comic, all that stuff, you go to the roast, be mindful, try to be clever, and if you have one or two black people on the panel, note there's other traits about them. But yeah,
right.
It was fun.
You write a joke other than black. There's other things that we can talk about. We black, of course, we get it. We can see it. Get your black jokes out, but have some other stuff too, bro. Come on.
Or make it very clever if you're going to do it. With that, man, we're giving some suggestions. You want to get some? Let's get some prop suggestions. My prop suggestion, man. If you like podcasts, which you probably do, you're listening to this. You're toggling between this and Terry Gross and such like that. I'm going to suggest. This is going to be a familial suggestion. My cousin Milagros. She has a new podcast.
Hey,
Her and her friend Susie, they've been friends for quite some time, and they've been trying to do a podcast for a few months now. And I have people. I mean, maybe this is the same for you. I feel like definitely for Pat, where it's like people come up, it's like, oh yeah, I've been thinking of doing a podcast. Same with comedy, like, oh, I've been thinking of doing comedy. But a lot of times people don't necessarily, for whatever reasons, don't get to follow up on that. So Milagros and her friend, they followed up on it. They got the equipment. They had conversations, and they put it on track. And yeah, exploring thoughts. Exploring thoughts can be found on Spotify and I believe iTunes. The concept is that they pretty much pick a topic, like a blanket topic, for each episode, and then they have dialogue surrounded by that. So first episode was about paranormal activity, second episode was about adventure, and they're about to do a dream episode. And when you hear that, you think like, oh man, just a topic, it could kind of go all over the place. Shout out to them, man. They really keep it on path for just the topic. So I've been enjoying it so far. I'm maybe a little bit biased as well, but I think other people are going to appreciate it as well. So yeah, exploring thoughts by Melly and Susie, I think, is on the Spotify thing. So yeah, check them out.
how many episodes they're in?
They're about to drop their third one on Dreams, and I'm excited for the Dream one. I hope they give a nice little shot to Night Terrors.
Night Terrors. This is your episode. They should interview you for this one,
bro. Real quick detour, then they should. Real quick detour. I rewatched The Ring last week. Your boy had 2 consecutive night terrors that day. That movie still holds up. That movie's still very scary.
So that day, so like you like went back to sleep and woke up the same night?
No. I woke up at noon, watched The Ring, had a nap. No, I watched The Ring like late at night, from like 12 to something, and I went to sleep and had like 2 consecutive night terrors.
Dang.
Yeah, it was wild.
Maybe you should not watch The Ring. Maybe you should stay away from scary movies, Kirk. Maybe you should just go to sleep to comedies.
It was October, man. Come on.
Just night terrors all month.
Yeah, a few of them.
Yeah, maybe you should watch like, I don't know, something fun like Gold Member, Austin Powers or something before you go to bed.
Yeah, I try to put on like a battle rap podcast, but like sometimes if like the dip is there, I don't want to keep her up. And usually I just pass out. But in this case, I was happy for these night terrors. Like, wow, I was really trying to terrorize myself. I watched this movie. Successful.
Going to sleep to battle rap. Is battle rap your ASMR?
Yeah. Shout to Rum Nitty and Ilmac, man. I passed out to their battle the other day and woke up and played the rest of it. That was a great battle.
Like, yo, you and your man's gonna be coming.
My gravitational pull got the stadiums full. That's it.
All right. My proper suggestion is to watch the first ever NBA in-season tournament.
Oh.
So the NBA is putting on a tournament in season to give players an incentive to not sit out games. So what players have been doing over the past couple of years, they're doing this load management thing where they'll get paid millions and millions of dollars and then sit out like 10 to 15 games a year. Load management, getting ready for the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
So the NBA is like, okay, y'all want to sit out games? How about we can put a tournament within the season to pay people more money to give them an incentive to not sit out games? So it's like, it's a tournament, but it's still the regular games.
It's tournament. Are they playing with their same team?
Same everything. It's just
Okay.
like same everything, but like just this block of like 2-week games for some reason is like a tournament. And they're like, you can win more extra money for it. So just trying to give players the incentives, you know, to not sit out games, and because fans are coming to see Kawhi Leonard play, and Kawhi is resting today. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
so 2 things. One, how have those games actually been? Like, I'm assuming you've been watching them?
Yeah, they started last night. The game. I mean,
Okay.
it's just NBA basketball games, but it feels like they're trying hard.
Yeah.
So it's like if 500K on the line, like each player get 500K, like
Oh, okay. Because part of me, the second part I was wondering was that for the players that do opt to sit out before this tournament was put in there, is it usually like the big name players that don't want to risk any sort of injury before the playoffs? Okay.
that's exactly what
So
it is.
I see. So this incentive, I can imagine it gets some people out, but a lot of them are like beyond 500K, where it's like,
Yes,
yeah, I'm playing for legacy now. This isn't about money. But I can
like
see that being helpful for a lot of other people though.
LeBron's 38. He's not going to like drain himself in November,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a
But
cool idea though. It's like it's cool for them to do that. I don't know what the major incentive is, like if it's for like the fans or if it's just like get more revenue up and get more people to come out to the playoff games because they'll think that more players are going to be involved. But it's a cool idea. I part of me understands the idea of holding back because it's like it's pay versus legacy
mhm.
sort of thing. So like if you really want to like I want to put all my energy into the playoffs where it's like you get the ring, I understand the logic behind sitting out.
So I think that the NBA is also doing a thing where they are. I'm not sure. I think they might fine you if you sit out like a certain amount of games
That
without
makes
being
sense.
injured.
Yeah.
I think like that, but I know the tournament is definitely put into place to stop this sitting out because like I could imagine being a young fan going to see the Lakers play and LeBron just not playing today, just taking a day off.
Oh my goodness. That's like you go to like the N1 and like hot sauce isn't up there. It's like, what the heck?
Right?
I drove
Who's
all the way from Connecticut here. I'm in Harlem by myself. Where's hot sauce?
just to see ketchup? No, I want hot sauce. Yeah. So that's my suggestion. It's on today. The Sixers play at 1 today. I can't
Ooh.
wait. You know what I mean?
The
To see.
Sixers, soon to be WrestleMania opponents to the Big Show. They're gonna be up there. I'd love to see a dunk on a WrestleMania. That'd be nice. I'll tell you where I did see some dunks though. Saw some dunkaroos. Uh, your boy went to the Renaissance Fair last Saturday. It was one of the final activities of my phenomenal October. Closed it out with a big bang. I haven't been to the Renaissance Fair since I was like probably like 10. Shots Miss Tinner. I think I went there on a field day sort of thing. But this one was this first time as adult. It was I came with the dip. We came dressed. It was like we're going to Renaissance Fair. We're gonna dress up. And like we had other friends there as well that also dressed up. One of them had an actual tomahawk on them, which I was like, it's
Like a
crazy.
knife? Like
Yeah, like a tomahawk, like straight up, like it's like a real thing. And it's just kind of wild because like they won't allow you to bring water inside. Tomahawks, though, if you dress up like a Viking, they'll let you bring the tomahawk in. So they got kind of different priorities there, but I'm glad that they did because it was man, this place was it was cool. It was like everyone was dressed up. It wasn't just like dress for the Middle Ages. Like you could be there in a banana suit, you could be there dressed as SpongeBob. You may look kind of ridiculous, but it's pretty much like an outlet where it's like, hey, it's October. Everyone's already has costumes, all that. This is going to be an outlet where you could really do whatever you want and it's permitted. There's no social guidelines that are going to suggest that you shouldn't do the X, Y, and Z. I guess sans nudity. Like if you showed up with like just Winnie the Pooh with like your penis out and all that stuff, they probably wouldn't be crazy about that.
Maybe
But
not.
yeah, that was my costume idea number two, but I opted not to. Um, yeah, and everyone was just out there having a gay old time, man. It was, and something I want to tell the people. I didn't realize how erotic the Renaissance Fair can be. Like you got your dip next to you, she's looking bad as hell. You got people out there with cleavage all over the place, and I'm feeling wild. I'm looking over my dip, being like pointing cleavage out to her, like, "Yo, you like that?" I saw a fine looking fellow. He had a very nice afro. I'm like, I looked over the dip. I was like, yo, I'm gonna tell him he looks good. Guess what I did? I looked to my left, like, yo, playa. I like that. He hit me back with a nice smile. I was like, thank you. Nice little gratitude right there.
I
So
wonder,
we were just wilding.
did he know what you were talking about?
I think he was just checking the vibes, man. I looked at him with a bright smile. I was like, "Yo, player, I like that." And it's just like, that is one of my favorite moves. Just like looking over someone, even after like they have like a good set. Just like, "Yo, I like that." Just been very ambiguous about what you like, but just letting them know, like, "Yeah, there's something there that I like. Want to let you know that it's a good move."
He's like, oh, you like this?
He's like, "Was he talking about my sword? Was he talking about my hair?" It's producer Pat Kirk Fleur with everyone at the Renaissance Fair. A
Yeah.
good amount, yeah, man. I find like I've disclosed this here before. Like if I'm with the dip sort of thing like that, I'm comfortable like flirting with other people sort of thing in a very respectful way, obviously. But like it's like, oh yeah, I'm including you in on this, and vice versa. I think that's like a fun thing. I'm more flirtatious when I'm there with the dip versus not with the dip, if that makes any sense.
Kirk's by himself. He's just like, hello, hello. He's with his
Uh,
girl. He's like, hey, hey.
and that's extreme, but that is what I'm trying to convey. But that's a very extreme version of that.
Me, you.
That's
It's fine. She's with me.
if if anywhere would have accepted those gestures, it would have been the Renaissance Fair, perhaps. It was good though. Have you been to the Renaissance Fair?
Nah, I haven't. I rode past it 1,000
It's
times.
near
I never
you.
been to
It's
it.
like in Lancaster.
Yeah, I never been to it. I don't have any interest in going
Bro,
back
I
to
think you'd enjoy it.
1700s.
No, but sans that part, I think you would enjoy it. I truly do think you would enjoy it.
I mean, like, they do got turkey. I like turkey. They got turkey wing,
Yeah, they
turkey
had the
legs.
turkey legs. It's like a staple there. I didn't get the turkey leg. I was like, I don't want to hold the turkey leg.
That's the only reason I would go there is for turkey leg.
Bro, they have like so they have a dungeon museum where it's like all just middle-aged torture devices. That part was pretty cool to see. They had an actual jester. So it was like this guy who just did sexual poems, like dirty poems, which it was probably a very real thing back then. So it was cool to see that. Um, they had, I'm sure they had they had a tarot card reader slash psychic and all that. Charleston with the horses, bro. They had a lot of things, and just costume and people watching as a whole. I think you'd like it.
It sounds cool. I'm not against it. I'm saying,
Hmm.
but yeah, I've never been. I've never been, but I have seen the costumes and the turkey legs. So
Listen,
I am aware.
you're aware. Listen, man. You, if anyone listening, you want to like have an erotic day with like your partner, bring them to the Renaissance Fair. I'm telling you. It goes
No,
like
that's
it goes swingers convention, cruise ship, Renaissance Fair. It gets very erotic at the Renaissance Fair, but in an appropriate way, I'd say. And you're gonna like yourself after that. That's a weird thing to say. You're gonna like yourself. You're gonna enjoy the day. I think.
let's travel back in time where people didn't shower. That's sexy.
Maybe not. It's
Gotta
nice.
love it though. Gotta love it though, man. Yo, I didn't even tell you, Kirk. I
Hmm.
didn't even tell you.
What's up?
I'm recording my album again.
Oh yeah, where at? Or if you could, I don't know if you could say this.
I'm about to tell you right now. I should have
Well,
told you at the beginning
well,
because people are gonna be watching it, but I'm recording it 2 or 3 times.
good.
I made a mistake and recorded. I recorded one time. That's where I messed up at. I ain't never doing it again. So I'm doing 2 different shows, 2 different locations, 2 different days. Um, to record it and we're gonna get it out. So November 17th, it's a
November
Friday.
17th.
November
Friday.
17th, City Winery in Philly. I'm
Oh wow, nice.
going to be recording there with the good help of producer Pat. You know what I mean? So we're
Hey,
going to record there. And then November 26th, it's a big one. November 26th, we are at Phantom Power.
what?
Sunday, November 26th, Phantom Power. Yeah,
Very cool. And you're gonna record it there.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
Um,
17th and 26th. I'm gonna make note.
those are the days that, yeah, that's it right there. I feel good about it. It's like 4 weeks away. Good. And if those 2 things don't go well, I got a third spot the week after in Jersey. So, but
Okay.
that's just a like, if any, but like, yeah, I feel good about these 2.
You can mix and mash them too. You could use like parts of winery and then parts of POV. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
yes. I want to. It would be dope to like get a really good album out of City Winery, right? Get that album, and then like have a lot of fun in POV, and then like maybe if I need certain things, I know that I need,
Yeah.
or I can use City Winery like just to get ready for POV and like POV just be like, here it is. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. I say do both. I like that first approach more, truthfully, of like treat City Winery like, yo, this is the main one. And it's like whatever things you want to adjust, obviously bring it to POV, but like you have that as like, all right, these are the real ones I want to hit, sort of thing like that. So like you have it's essentially like doing two back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got producer Pat. He's gonna hook you up with the audio and all that stuff. So that's gonna be cool. Have you been to City Winery before?
I've never been to the one in Philly before. I've been at
Oh,
New York. I've never been to one in Philly.
they're good. Yeah, I saw Todd Berry there in August. It was fun.
Yeah, so I know they got two rooms. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the smaller room.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I don't know. But like, yeah, they get I got the time. There's people there, be rocking out. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah,
Okay,
but I
bro.
wanna yeah, gotta make this happen though. I was in a little rut for October, but like I said, November they'll be back. I got like a lot of stuff popping off in November. So it's
It's such a shame, man. The whole situation, how it affected your October. I'm sad to hear
who are you telling?
that.
But you know what's funny? I didn't realize it because I was like, it was like I had posted on Facebook like a week ago, week and a half ago, and I vocalized like, yo, my album didn't work. The audio ain't work out. I'm stuck in a rut. And once I started typing it, and I was like, yo, I've been in a rut for the last 3 weeks. I'm like, dang, I have been in a rut for the last few weeks. Like I haven't really thought about it until I started typing it. And then once I wrote it, and people knew, people were like commenting, trying to help me out, it made me feel better. And I like kind of like was getting out of it. I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
People want to help me. Let me get back on my, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
where we at.
I'm picturing like inspirational Mary J. Blige playing with you, like playing music as you like start to get out of the rut a little bit. So if you come out to
Don't
Mary J.
need no
Blige, then
hateration, holleration in this dancery. Yeah, you can't be sad with that
sorry,
going on.
it's yeah, man. So 17th, 26th, everyone make note of that. It's gonna pop off. Um, is there anywhere you want to let the people know you'll be beyond that?
Nope,
No, no.
not at all. No, I got a lot of shows in November coming up and December, but November 17th, City Winery in Philly. November
Okay.
26th, Sunday, Phantom Power, Lancaster,
Okay.
PA.
Cool.
That's where the action is at. Action is
Nice.
going to be had, and it's good too. Though I got the thing from Soul Joel. I have the video from the show he did, so like I can watch it. And I know which jokes to do. I know which jokes not to do. Like I'm kind of I'm not gonna say I'm happy that it happened that way, but like having that video of low audio it helps. I can look at it and make adjustments. So
Yeah,
yeah.
man. It's gonna be clutch. On my end, I'm doing I just have it marked as Glenn Tickle Show, November 18th, in Aldine, New Jersey. I don't know the details yet, but if you're in Aldine, New Jersey, your boy will be in Aldine, New Jersey. Uh, Turkey Jam, Turkey Jam, in Steel Stacks, third annual Turkey Jam. Tyler Rothrock and I will be hosting a variety show, and that should be cool. On the 22nd of November. So if you're in Lehigh Valley, come out Steel Stacks for that. And from the week of the 12th to the 18th, I'll be dog sitting. Shout out to Anna. I'll be dog sitting Anna's dogs. So don't come out to that, but feel free to message me. Otherwise,
12th,
man,
you said 12th to the 18th. You are.
yeah. So I made note of like I'm gonna try to pop out perhaps on 17th just to see the winery. But yeah, I'll be for a whole week. I'll be dog sitting in a neighboring town. So that should be cool. And I'll be in Denver all this week too. So it's like it's a lot of moving around on my own.
You getting up in Denver?
Yeah, so not on a show, but like I found like the stage, like a mic thing that I'm gonna
Yeah.
be doing. So I'm gonna try to do two. We'll see. It's for a work thing, but I have this night to myself and I'll be flying in that day. So it should be cool. I'm definitely gonna try to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
man.
long as you get up, meet some people. So next time you do come back up, they can help you out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
With that, man, thanks for listening. On my end, I'm gonna go back to the barber and see if they could fix this up because I'm annoyed. But other than that, man, make sure to like, share, check out our stuff, come out to Alan's shows at the end of the month, and Make sure to wipe your glasses if they feel dirty.
Yep.
Put some contacts in. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Well, there's that. Thanks for listening. Peace.
Peace.